Hi, beautiful greetings of the day to all of you, beautiful souls. And today I'm going to use a very, very beautiful and divine word for all of you, that is the Holy Swans. Holy, that is Holy, and swans, all of us know. So, on this beautiful occasion of Holi, I welcome you. I'm feeling really proud to welcome you back on this great forum. Let's explore our inner world. So, dear holy souls, isn't it really such a colorful festival which helps one to get submerged in the holy colors of divinity? And I believe it's the holy prayer of every soul to the Supreme Soul that may every soul gets enlightened with the divine rays of the Almighty, hence helping one to get endorsed and submerged in that divine unconditional love, the beautiful hues of red, blue, green, violet, orange, and hence create a beautiful rainbow around oneself. I believe that's actually the eternal prayer every soul does for the entire world, because all of us are actually one family, children of that Supreme Soul, correct? And that very beautifully underlines the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and that's the essence of every festival, be it Holi, Diwali. So now, as of now, if we are talking particularly about Holi, let's try to read certain lines on this beautiful occasion, and this will really give you a beautiful glimpse of this divine festival. So here it goes. This is a beautiful blessing which I found really blissful on this divine festival of Holi. So here it goes. May you be a holy swan who has an auspicious meeting by harmonizing your sanskars with the virtue of sweetness. I repeat, may you be a holy swan who has an auspicious meeting by harmonizing your sanskars with the virtue of sweetness. On this note, I would like to mention here that Holy Swan actually very beautifully knows how to distinguish or discern between pure and impure. As all of us know and are very well aware of this particular idiom, that दूध का दूध पानी का पानी, and हंस जो है वो मोती चुगता है, वो कंकर और मोती को अलग करके मोती चुगता है, and that's what we call that bird in English, swan. Now we have added the word holy swan. Symbolically its color is white, and white, we know, when it passes through the prism, it gets diverged in 7 beautiful colors of vibgyor. Now here, with respect to Holi, we can say that that is violet, that symbolizes Anand, purity, that is bliss. Violet, indigo, blue, green, orange, and red. And I have missed yellow. So this is really divine. So let's, for example, today we have played Holi. So let's try to conceptualize or visualize white as the sunbeam coming from that ocean of purity, the supreme power, the divine ray of that supreme power our Supreme Parent, the Supreme Soul. Now, it gets diverged or distributed when it comes into this Srishti, the earth, the Vasudha, which we call in Hindi, and वो ब्यूटीफुल कलर्स में बिखर जाती है, स्प्रिंकल होते हैं जब हम होली पे डिफरेंट कलर्स हर अपने सोल ब्रदर्स एंड सिस्टर्स पर लगाते हैं. Let's visualize orange as the color of purity, pavitrata. Blue as the color of peace, shanti, aman. Blue as the color of knowledge. Now, pavitrata, shanti और परमात्मा का ज्ञान जब एक आत्मा में भरपूर हो जाएगा तो क्या होगा? वो आत्मा प्रेम से भरपूर. So प्रेम, green is the color of unconditional love, the beautiful hues. पवित्रता, शांति, प्रेम. अब जब इससे गुणों से हम भरपूर हो जाएंगे तो क्या होगा? We would be unlimitedly happy. That is the eternal happiness. वो है येलो, पीला रंग. एंड इससे हमें एक आत्मा को क्या प्राप्ति होगी? शांति, आनंद की, परमात्मा आनंद. दैट इज द वॉयलेट. And this will give eternal power to the soul, which is symbolized by red, the color of valor, the color of vigor. So, when we conceptualize Holi in this particular, such a beautiful thing, it will really empower the soul with really beautiful colors. And as we said, and we gave the reference the holy swan, so that symbolizes the real treasure. That is, when the soul gets fulfilled, gets contented with the help of these divine hues, which holy is actually symbolic of, then that particular soul will get holy. मतलब जब आत्मा सत्य के संग में अगर रंग जाएगी, सत्य मीन्स द सोल एंड द नॉलेज ऑफ द सोल एंड सुप्रीम सोल. जब कोई भी आत्मा सत्य के संग में अगर रंग जाएगी तो वो हर आत्मा को, अपने हर भाई बंधु सखा को एक ब्यूटीफुल रंग में रंग देगी, और उस सत्य के रंग में. एंड दैट इज द रियल एसेंस ऑफ होली. सो ऑन दिस नोट I would like to mention the beautiful ritual which we actually celebrate on Holi. A day prior to Holi, we burn Holika. We do Holika Dahan. Correct? Now in this Holika Dahan, when we bring, various people bring the woods from their home, correct? And then they burn those woods. So when we do that in the remembrance of the Supreme Soul, what does that mean? Let's try to visualize it like this, that every soul is bringing that wood or the vice or the weakness, correct? One particular soul carries, and the soul pledges in front of the Supreme Soul that I will leave this vice. So that's all. So that's what we do. We assemble and burn that Holika and do that Holika Dahan. We burn all those woods. We bring cow dung and everything. But along with that, we also bring the gehu, and we tie one thread to it. Now, when we burn Holika, the entire thing gets converted into ashes, but the only thing which remains is the thread, the holy thread. So what does that mean? That really gives us the beautiful message that everything which is temporary, with which we are surrounded in this physical world, is actually perishable, is actually destructible. That will get submerged into five elements, will get submerged in 5 elements. Along with that, the weaknesses which the soul pledges to actually burn in the remembrance of the Supreme Soul, that will also get finished. But the only thing which remains is the thread, which symbolizes here जो कहते हैं आत्मा परमात्मा की डोरी. So that thing which is eternal, the relation between the soul and the Supreme Soul, which is eternal, which is completely pure, that will remain. And when that remains, when that eternal thing remains, this is all symbolic actually. So when that actually remains, the next day we celebrate Holi. That is, as the word goes, holy, holy. That is, whatever is past is past, past is past. Correct? That's what we did in Holika Dahan. एंड इसको अगर हम स्पिरिचुअली और समझें तो होलिका, इन्होंने जब प्रहलाद को लेके बैठे, वो खुद नेगेटिविटी को सिंबलाइज कर रहे थे, वो भी जल गए, बट कौन बचा? प्रहलाद, जिनका सोल का सुप्रीम सोल से प्योर कनेक्शन था. दिस इज एंटायरली सिम्बॉलिक. नाउ द नेक्स्ट डे we celebrate the Holi, the festival of colors. What does that mean? A day prior, we burnt all the weaknesses and all that is temporary. Now, the soul has become holy, that is Holy. वो पवित्र हो गए. हमारा pure संबंध, the thoughts, everything becomes pure. So our deeds, our words become pure and get sweetened with the divine nectar of that Almighty Father. Correct? So now, we do celebrate the Holi with those beautiful hues of orange, green, blue, red, violet, yellow, as we have just explained or tried to understand how to make that Holi really memorable. Correct? Every color symbolizing the divine virtue of that Almighty, with the help of which a soul can awaken or re-enlighten one's own virtue. And that's what one does. हमें कोई अच्छी चीज़ मिलती है तो हम सबको बांटते हैं. And that gives us happiness. That's why we apply colors on all the souls around us and make them colorful in the divine remembrance of that Almighty Father. So my dear friends, this is the real message of the Holi. And finally, the third message of this Holi, which is again the coincidence कि मैं उनकी होली, परमात्मा की होली. Now, as we say in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, to do the Karam Yoga, every karma done in His remembrance, जब हम अपने हर कर्म को उन पर समर्पित करते हैं, अर्पित करते हैं, be it even our breath or even our every thought which we do in our daily routine, every single thought, अगर हम इस चीज़ का अगर पुरुषार्थ करते हैं, if we do the eternal attempt, if we try to attempt, अगर इस चीज़ का हम पुरुषार्थ करते हैं, really we will carry that blissful message of Holi with us throughout. And believe me, guys, this is actually the message. Every festival we celebrate in this universe actually carries this divine virtue, the divine treasure. Now, as I said at the beginning, I gave the reference of Holy Swan, which knows how to discern between the pure and impure. So if we celebrate Holi in this divine way, every soul will become the Holy Swan and thus will be able to really identify the real treasures of the Almighty, and hence we will be able to find the virtues in the souls with whom we interact in our daily personal and professional lives. तभी हम सब पर वही रंग लगाना चाहते हैं. तभी हम सब पे वो रंग लगाना चाहते हैं. खुद तो रंग गए सत्य के रंग में, सत्य के संग में हम रंग गए, अब वही हम रंग हम सबको लगाते. So if we go into that deep dialects, the deep philosophy, it's actually not the philosophy, it's actually very simple, but this is the real underlying principle. And जब हम किसी ritual को, whenever any spirit means the soul or the being, whenever any spirit celebrates any festival or does any ritual in his divine remembrance, that defines spirituality. Spirituality is nothing, it just means to be in your own being and then come in your doing, and hence bring forth the virtues which you have been able to inculcate or re-invoke in yourselves in his remembrance, that is purity, peace, love, happiness, divinity, wisdom,